I've always felt, and I've always expressed it, that a person needs two languages to express themselves. Their native tongue and then a foreign tongue. This is shown in people like Nabokov and others who learn a second tongue and they don't have the restrictions of their original language, their native tongue. In deeper analysis of this, I feel that the idea of a mother tongue, a native tongue, a mother tongue, a langue de mer, is orality. This is what you learn as a child. Everyone speaks as a child. You speak, that's your langue de mer, that's your mother tongue. But then there's another language that comes in, written language, that has basically no relation to orality and oral language. I'm now going to call this the langue de père, the father tongue. The langue de père, the language of the father, is orality. It's written language. You see, it's language with the finger rather than with the tongue. And so the idea is that every person has two languages within their native language. It's the langue de mer, the oral language, and the langue de père, the written language. The one with the tongue and the one with the pen, the finger. And so, in a certain sense, this written language, again, is higher because it stems from a different source, a higher source, and it's not the original language. It's the second language. The written language is the second language, what I call the langue de nana. When I used to say langue de mer, and then I used to say langue de nana, the girlfriend. Because you learn that second language without the restrictions and the blockages of the first language. See? So everybody needs two of everything, and even in languages, but I've changed my opinion. Your native language has two languages in it, the oral language and the written language. So even within the one language, there are two. And you don't have to go to a foreign country. I don't have to learn French now to be able to express myself in some deep aspects, because I'm going to be using the written language. And the written language nobody hears. You see? I have a lot of stuff on the web here. This is all orality. I have 30 years of notebooks. Nobody hears. It's the silent speech. This is a very deep aspect for me, because in philosophy they're always talking about a second language. And in the great writers, they've always had that. I forget their names now, but they've always had that. When you come to a foreign country, you're not locked into the same behavior patterns as you are at home. I mean, that's what people always do. They go to a strange country or a strange city so they can do behaviors that they wouldn't do at home. And so, quite frankly, the written language is that behavior that isn't in the speech. And this is what I have to initiate in this level of thought.